Damn, it is Thursday evening. That red light is on, so you know what time it is. Club 835. Shouts out to Brother Fam.
What's happening?
Black Rasslin back. Don't be surprised if brothers is mucking and banging. Yeah, that sounds weird.
Just right. Yeah,
that sounds weird.
Mucking and banging, cuz, you know what I mean?
Mukbang? No. Shout out to Cousin Bad.
Mukbang gang.
Mukbang gang. Shout out
to Mukbang gang. All right, now.
Peace of Antoine. Shout out Kels. Damn, everybody in the building so far. Peace of Chris Green. How y'all doing? Chat. How y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah, that's a good. I was gonna say, how was it? You know what? I'm not saying that I have any influence on any cultures, but when I went to the liquor store to get my provisions for what we do on Thursdays every Thursday night, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace of Rattler Steve. Peace to Megs. And shouts to y'all. Shouts to Joey Savage. Peace to T. Haynes. Peace to Rock. Shout out Rock. We was talking earlier. I went to the liquor store, and I saw what I saw was a WWE belt, and I said, I mean, I'm not saying that I know the layout of the liquor store, but I've been there before, and I don't normally see belts. I also don't normally drink Seagram's Escapes spiked, but they got tall cans. They got WWE tall cans for WrestleMania season.
Yo, WWE Tall Boys is crazy.
It's this is Pineapple Powerhouse. I think there's a Rumble Punch, not sponsored. There's a Rumble Punch and there's a something blueberry. Hold up, it's Slamming Blueberry. I'm sorry.
I went to two places.
Y'all seen places? You didn't see it?
No, I went to two places looking and they ain't have.
Great Golly Coolers is funny. Shout out to John Young. Shout out to Cam. Shout out to Archivist. I was looking. They may be fairly recent. The dude, when I asked my homie at the store, he was like, "Nah, they knew." And I looked online and it looks like all the stuff. If it's not, it was last week. Was ads saying it was going to be out soon, and then this week showing up in people's spots. So
it is.
Vince said, "If it ain't Schweppes, it ain't that good ginger ale." That's a good point. That's a damn good point.
Let me ask Schweppes. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask the chat a question.
That's aroma
pungent.
No, it's good. This pineapple is good though. It's not. I open it. Ooh, beer.
If your favorite superstar had a cocktail, ready-made cocktail in a can, in one of them little balls, paws, whatever.
There you go.
Chat, Cal, what would that drink be for y'all?
It may have to be. I don't know if whatever Too Cold Scorpio is, but I don't know what the Too Cold Scorpio can, because it depends on the era. Sometimes you might want to sprinkle a little Yamin on it. Other times, it may just be. It may just be, Jack and Ginger, something like that. But yeah, a Too Cold Scorpio, it could just be two tall boys of Mickey's or something like that.
Yeah, see, I would want to flip their name, so like,
right.
I don't know that the Curb Stomp, Long Island iced tea, double alcohol, no cola. My God,
damn,
you're going down. You are going down.
He just said, just give me 2 shots. The Owen Hart Blue Blazer cocktail, Van Forte says.
Hey, I mean all right. So the fam drink, right? Would be fair enough. Rock. You wouldn't drink nothing, but you would sit next to him, and
you would.
So yeah. Anyway,
I was there. I was there.
Yeah, I would mix on the rocks. I would mix Crown Royal Black and regular Crown Royal and a lime, and call it a Canadian Destroyer.
Oh shit! Have you? Is that a drink you've made before?
Nah, I've never done that.
Damn.
No, I would never do that unless we were in Las Vegas in 2 weeks.
I would never do that unless I'm around y'all very soon. BlackRasslin.com is a website.
Canadian Destroyer would be
Canadian Destroyer would be good. Canadian Destroyer, that may be the name of the episode so far. Let me put this down here. And I'm not a big fan of the Canadian Destroyer, but Canadian Destroyer.
AKA Tariff T.
Was it fast enough? God damn it. That deserves a round of applause. That deserves a round. I got to put that on Tariff T. I don't know if DDM will like that, though. He may not like that. Tariff is...
No, I'm definitely not drinking out of Kinsey.
You may have to. How old is old enough to drink for a kid's party?
You talking about for the child?
No, for
the person of honor?
Yeah, no, for the adults.
I mean, depends on your family.
Some people be like, "Oh, shout out little Johnny, he turning 3. All right, pull up the keg." Yeah, and it's like let the kid have the cake first. But if a kid's like 18 or 16,
whoa! Shout out D pause.
Shout out D pause.
Miss Awesome Saucy.
Oh, I love it. That's just your name now. Do I have kids there or not? No, if the kids is there, this is the whole point. Because some people won't drink at the party if kids is there. They'll tell you shouldn't be drinking. Don't be drinking around them babies. It's a child party.
That's when you either go to the car or put your beverage of choice in one of them kids' cups.
You need one to get you a sippy cup. I mean, my kids.
Speaking of kids' cups, I don't know why this just struck me right now. Cal, do you remember the portable cups or the little paper cups that had the handle?
Yeah.
That folded out.
Yeah. It was like...
I ain't seen one in 40 years at this point.
I don't be outside, so I don't know if I don't know if they've increased or decreased the technology on paper cups, because that was some weird. That I the first time I saw that, I said, "Wait, what?" I may have been at like a hotel brunch or something like that, and to see people, fancy ass paper cup they getting their tea with or whatever. Arkevis, you wildin'. Mix liquid cocaine, liquid marijuana, Incredible Hulk, called a 5-star splash. That's called ER.
As you call, see you tomorrow.
Or next week. If it ain't my kids, it's all good. Adults, yeah, you need an adult sippy cup. Latino heat,
Fireball, and mezcal. Oof, my gosh, that's a great drink. Actually,
that's a good. I hope somebody's taking notes.
Terrawana, that's really good.
Terrawana is good. Terrawana with Midori. What up, Mo Skrilla? Awesome Saucy said liquid. What? Liquid cocaine. That's John Forte. Shout out Vin Brothers.
Yeah,
he got
John.
locked down for that liquid cocaine. He was facing a grip too. He was facing a grip. DDM.
Greetings,
Brother Midas.
Have you ever heard of liquid cocaine, DDM? See, people know what this stuff is. Awesome Saucy.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna put DDM on the spot as soon as you get in here. If you could make a cocktail based around your favorite superstar, what would it be?
I would have a cocktail. Like, who superstar would it be?
And what would the cocktail be called? And what would it consist of? All of it.
All of it.
Now, just as an example, mine was Crown Royal Black, regular Crown Royal, over the rocks with a twisted lime. We're gonna call that the Canadian Destroyer.
Okay. Let me think.
I also said Cisco.
Let me hold on 1 second. Come back to me. Did you pick yours already, Kyle?
Yeah, mine's a 2 Cold Scorpio. It could be anything in there. They said sprinkle a little crack in there. It could just be...
that's the name of it. It could be anything in there.
Could be anything.
Okay.
Let me put that on the list too. It could be anything in there. It could be. I'm sorry.
Let's see. I'm just trying. All right, so
you ain't no EST.
No, it's not gonna be
Ooh, Long Island EST.
Oh wow, you.
I mean, you could do that. That's easy, but that's so predictable.
Well, what's in it?
Yeah, what's in it?
If I could do a cocktail, it would probably be named after Charlotte Flair. It would be a Charlotte Flair cocktail. I would call it the Diamond Princess. And it would probably be
shout out Kofi Jamal.
Probably do like a pineapple rum, like maybe like a Malibu or like a Bacardi pineapple rum. Mix it with pineapple juice and maybe do some coconut accents to it, little coconut accents, and call it the Diamond Princess.
Would you put like little gems in there, like not diamonds, but like little yummies that look like diamonds in there?
Yeah, you can put edible flecks in there.
There you go.
Or you could just get the great big mold, like a ice mold that's like a diamond.
Yeah,
this nigga, Pizza Man.
Yeah, but
Pizza Man.
Shorty off the za.
I would definitely call it the Diamond Princess.
That's good.
That's perfect, because you wrap up as Cuz pop in Cuz on the spot. If
good question,
you could make a cocktail that involves a superstar, like a wrestling superstar, what would the drink be called? What's in it? Just to help you out, Cal's was the Too Cold Scorpio based called It Could Be Anything in here.
Yeah.
Brother DDM had the Diamond Princess. Was that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Diamond Princess.
The Lashley.
Lashley.
It's just gonna be a white Russian.
Fair enough. Fair goddamn enough. AKA the Rusev Day. It got
Rusev
two names.
Day.
It got two names.
Oh,
I think we share a birthday.
Rusev?
Lana.
You and Lashley?
Lana.
They said they saw Miro at the WWE headquarters, and every report kept saying that they didn't see Lana. So you may only share a birthday. You may not see her unless he going into the Hall of Fame or something.
Ooh, that's good. That's good, Mo Skrilla. You might want to put a little coquito in there too.
Eggnog and E&J called to December Dismember is good. That's good. I like what was the one?
That sound like something. That's a good drink too. Give me
Cuz, come on.
a $5 hot and ready.
$5 hot and ready is crazy. What was the one? Damn. Vince said the Rodney Mack White Boy Challenge. The White Russian and the shot of Jameson.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out Dora. Shout out to daughter.
Yo, what they do? Did they win?
Yeah, did they win? Who won?
Brawler.
The 2.5 Colt 45 Eddie Malt liquor had 3.5 ginger ale on ice. God damn.
Where's Zell at?
Shout out to Kofi too, because Kofi, I saw him downtown in downtown Baltimore. He didn't see me. He had on the BRP Hogan hoodie.
Oh, shout out, real shit. Damn, they lost bad. That's why you got to fight him at the end. Meet me outside.
Tragedy. Deshaun Tragedy. I seen you on the timeline.
Smoke infused Sir David with lemonade served in a mason jar. The anxious millennial cowboy. Does man drink that? Does man drink Sir David for real?
Yo,
is that Sir Davis like Beyonce whiskey, or is Sir Davis another thing?
I don't know.
That's probably the same thing.
It could be the same.
Sean, if you are talking about Beyonce, Sean, then you get points with me. If you're not talking about Beyonce, then whatever.
I'm pretty sure you're talking about
the D and the S keys are next to each other.
Henny do say E and J. Yikes.
Sitting in the cabinet now. Like I said, our favorite whiskey though is Woodford.
That's what you call it now, Sir David?
Sir Davis.
Boy,
Yeah.
If you don't cut it out, cuz.
Favorite whiskey is Woodford Reserve though.
I hate this nigga.
You seen this? You seen the WWE Tall Boys?
Is it good?
This is a pineapple one. It's
y'all selling liquor, but people can't curse on TV. I'm screaming. Okay.
They do curse on TV.
They say
not like that.
He said.
I heard Bianca do it. I mean, not Bianca. I heard what's her name? Naomi do an interview today, and she was cussing.
Naomi was hot. I saw that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, she said a nail check.
You said what?
She said Dora said a nail check that.
Nail check. Yeah, that's me.
What's she talking about me?
I feel like being so messy right now. But I will not.
You love to talk about your shiny buff.
I haven't been in a month.
Yeah, this is just straight up from straight up being in the house.
Yeah.
Some of these have
been chewed on.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
There we go. I like these.
No, I'm not putting that full screen.
None of these.
That's foolishness. This is.
Yeah, they're making money. They're making money off the liquors. They got 3 different flavors. Hopefully, the other 2 taste better than this one.
All 3D.
Mine too.
Yeah, all 3D.
You can see it.
This was a 4-hour job.
All my life. All my life.
He's been chewing on his shits. He's been chewing
years of this shit.
4 hours. The mouth, the teeth are all individually placed. The lips,
mouth.
Yeah.
Is that molded after somebody's mouth for real?
No, it's all individual. Like each tooth is is custom gel. And the eye, everything is the lips, everything is handcrafted.
Jesus.
Hey, what if we do we do Ciroc on the rocks with a sugar rim? Call that baby oil.
You stupid. Wait.
Y'all niggas act like y'all don't know me or something.
Yeah, this is par for the course.
Name of the show.
No, name of the show. Name of the show is it could be anything in there. Or Terrace
shot
T.
of Crown going 1-on with a double shot of Jack player.
The Teddy Long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got to be a double shot. Shout out special little nobodies.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Ashe had the season finale last week. I don't know when they come back with season 2, but they did like 12 or 13.
Yo, I can't wait till y'all see next season when there's a Faye Jackson comes out for a match on commentary. And Chris Lee just gets so horny. It's so goddamn funny. My God. That's your woman right there, boy. I can't wait. Chris, I can't wait to see you in Vegas. I can't wait to clown you because that was one of the funniest things.
Damn. I can see Chris Lee in real life.
Yeah.
I ain't even thinking about who's definitely gonna be out there that I can see in real life. I don't remember who asked him, but I saw that somebody asked Booker T if Sharmell gets mad when he be on commentary on NXT because he be sounding wild horny.
You don't know.
Man.
He says she understand what the business is.
It's show business.
Yeah, like, she know what I'm doing.
Just be dumb. Like who the fuck asks a question? Sorry, that's fine.
No.
Who asks questions like that? Like I think
people trouble every week.
Like
on this show.
But I'm just saying, like, I saw that post and I'm like, who takes what Booker T be saying serious?
Right. They think he got yelled at by his wife every week because he say the shit. It's not like he don't. When Jada Parker wrestles, you know what's going to happen
every week.
It's a gimmick. It's a job. Like, just enjoy the fun.
That's what they call it now.
It's a job. Well, they've been calling it a job for years. But like, come on. Like, that lady ain't forcing her husband or getting upset because he said something on commentary that's paying him a ton of money to sit in the chair, talk, and get free makeup services and be on national television every week. Right?
Yeah, it's only ass on TV for 15, 20 minutes at tops.
Yeah.
On a 1 hour show, babe, percentage wise, that is a substantial amount.
I mean, you figure this
Shout out to
week,
Shawn Michaels.
It was Kalani, Roxanne.
Wow.
It was. Did Stephanie wrestle this week?
No.
She had a segment though.
She did have a segment.
Jada Parker and Jordan Grace had a segment. It was Lash Legend and Zarya.
Jordan Grace just chucking hoes, huh?
It was about 4 or 5. It's usually about 4 or 5 women's segments a week on that 2-hour show, which is amazing to me. When I'm gonna shut up. It's cool though because I mean Booker T.
Oh yeah.
I like seeing him. I DDM talking about WWE LFG the other day. It's cool to see him really be that. HBK do got a good eye. Booker T really step into the OG role when it comes to guiding and being around this young talent. I don't know if people watch LFG, but seeing him talk to the brother Jasper Troy, the way he's protective of that brother too. He makes sure. Yeah, that's what he call him. Pastor Troy. He really hold it down for his teammate. But like he got a team. Pastor Troy feel like the one. Emphasis
HB Cakes is crazy.
Emphasis on
HB Cakes.
Hey, we'll go in that drink.
Oh man. Well,
Nigga mania.
Yeah. On that note, let me hear my intro.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed card of All-Star Wrestling.
Welcome back to the Black Rasslin Podcast.
That's mine. That's mine.
Hey, we are family. Yeah, I'm sorry. 23 minutes. You've been rocking with us for that long or a little bit less. I don't know what time you popped in. You should know that we are forever needing the help of the Lord and Jesus and the Holy. All of them need to come down here and help out.
Everybody from 105, 105th, and Presbyterian.
They need to say
all the Jesuses from there. You know what I mean?
we need all the
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We love you, God.
We love you, God.
God.
Armor of righteousness.
You clearly know that we got issues. As always, it's your boy Cal. I still ain't got no title. I don't know if a title even gonna show up this week on the show. I ain't got no title. Just got my squad and a bunch of nonsense and wrestling to talk about. You saw the squad already. DDM. Say what's good to the people.
Greetings, everyone. Greetings. It's DDM, the EST of BRP. We're now 2 weeks away officially.
Yeah.
Mania, like when all of the stuff happens. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Brother fam.
Somebody said something to me today somebody said something that spoke to me. Is people being people pleasers are starting to kind of dig their own grave, right? And I just felt like that spoke to me. So I hope it speaks to you. That being said, please if you are getting clout chased by mongrels, don't get dog walked. IlFam79 on your social media of choice.
Woo, brother Math. Salute. Big facts.
Damon.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Now,
Damon.
I just got a I feel you. I'm eating a salad from $10, boy. That Cobb, that seafood Cobb.
Yo,
from over $10.
The size of them scrimp. Nah, he had to hold a scrimp with both hands. Like, look, this is one of them that they gave me. And then he had a radio flyer wagons. That was where all the crab meat. They just had a bucket full of, and they just dump it on the salad. Man, he was swimming in the salad earlier.
I've been eating this for 20 minutes, and there's still all that's left.
What the fuck is that?
Shrimp and crab meat, and bacon bits,
crab meat,
and salad, and
crab meat, and
no salad in that motherfucker.
It's a third of a head of romaine lettuce and a bunch of that's crab meats, crab lettuce.
Hey man, shout out to my pops in the chat, man.
Shout out. The confusion.
I'm confused.
Confusion.
I am confusion.
Hold on, what?
That G-Dad in the house. You saw it?
Yeah, that's my pops.
Confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy Long in here?
Outstanding.
Uncle Teddy.
You really confused. Shout out, Nation.
I am.
Confusion.
Is that really on?
Yeah.
It ain't him eating salad.
It ain't me.
He's literally eating salad.
Confusion.
We will get there.
Two-handing
shrimp. Two-handing shrimp is oxymoronic.
No, that's
that shrimp up in his hands. One scrimp up crab and bacon bits, pork and sea.
Too many women say that they're going to.
Wow.
Sheesh. Before we get to anything, I do have a
in the chat.
Confusion.
I'm confused.
Let's keep confusion. I got a random piece of exclusive news that I'm just going to drop in here very quickly. Info. If you've been to the spots before, you should know what time it is. JobberSlam 5, A Different World, Saturday, June 21st in Brooklyn. From what I understand, tickets and y'all means is going to be coming soon. Go holler at Battle Club Pro. They'll have the information when they got the information, but I don't think you've seen this before. Go tell the people where you've seen it first. JobberSlam 5, this coming June. Be there. All right.
I rain all year round from June to June for everybody immediately, if not soon.
I think I like the idea of just talking about this road to WrestleMania Vegas that we're on. Confusion.
The genius.
That the genius. That actually leads me to a question I wanted to ask, because I'm not saying there's confusion, but I think right now there may still only be 4 matches. 6 matches. 6 matches. 7 matches. There's the Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. They got the Roman, CM Punk, Seth Rollins triple threat. Those are confirmed night 1. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena is confirmed night 2. Mm-hmm. Everything else is the Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair for the women's title, Gunther versus Jey Uso for the world heavyweight title, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. That's still the match right now for the women's world title, and AJ Styles versus Logan Paul is confirmed. What else needs to be on the WrestleMania for? I'm not saying what else needs to be on that card right now?
Naomi and Jade.
That's Naomi versus Jade Cargill. That's a singles match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would you put a stipulation on that?
No.
The Yankee beatdown.
Number 9.
Naomi going bust her ass.
She should at least one more time before the match.
Either this Friday or next.
You got B-Fab this week.
Naomi's got B-Fab this week.
Shout out to B-Fab getting busy still too.
Naomi beat their ass too.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that they shouted out Jade and then immediately Naomi said, Don't be out there doing that. I'll beat your ass and beat your homegirl ass too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's beautiful stuff. It's beautiful.
I've heard that before. My grandma used to be the one saying,
I'll beat your ass and your homegirl ass too. And then went up there and did it. God rest. God rest.
God rest.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Naomi that video package as well.
Mm-hmm.
She I like it. I don't know I don't know where she's channeling what's going on right now, but I'm glad that we're being able to see her. Was the last time she a heel? Was that Team Bad?
BAD.
It's been a minute, yo. Think of how long that's been. 10 years, maybe? 8
this
years,
is the thing.
Like that?
Is whenever you have an issue with a character, let them, because what being a heel allows people to do is say the things they want to say that they can't say because they're supposed to be a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder to be a good guy because you got handcuffs on.
Yeah.
It's easy to be a heel. You just say what you want to say. I wish you would get away from me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Stop talking to me. Give me a title.
Did y'all see how did y'all see how Xavier Woods was looking at that nigga in the crowd this week?
You see, motherfucker, what you doing? I love it. I love it. I love everything about. I wasn't even thinking about that. We're getting some in a time where we're wondering where all the black people on the PLEs. We're currently getting some fairly decent. We got a couple of decent turns right now on TV, especially because we're able to see New Day actually be on TV and work. But no, I like Naomi should get a title at some point as a heel.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not?
DDM. Naomi, you okay with Naomi taking that title from Chelsea Green?
No.
He would be sick.
No.
All this would be nothing if she took that title.
Raw after they settle this and have her take that IC title.
That makes sense. I like that.
But no, Chelsea Green is doing, and I don't think that they have done enough feuds for Chelsea to take that belt from her yet. Not to make it mean anything. I think she have that belt for a while at this point. Her and the Secret Harvest, the whole thing, like that's how you do a character work. But I think Naomi in heel form is phenomenal. I think you had mentioned before, Cal, where she channeling this stuff. Mm-hmm. I think this is how she feels. That was very real emotions. Like everybody's like, oh, Naomi's heel. Naomi is not a heel to me. She's just a black woman that's pissed off. Like, it's not like this isn't like this big bad person.
Right. It's not like you. So it's not on the scale. I think.
No.
Here we go. Here we go.
No. Y'all better not let him get this off.
No. I was. Go ahead. You gotta let him finish talking. No, goddamn.
No, I don't. Because y'all trip. I'm sorry but they've been tripping because when I was saying Bobby Lashley wasn't a heel,
what do Bobby Lashley got to do? Bobby Lashley can't talk on the mic.
This is why I cut you off.
Like, but we're talking about Naomi. Let's focus on
that's the heel.
Woman in the promotion that people watch. First,
she a heel.
So the first thing is to me, to me, a great heel is somebody who who has a real motivation. It's not a cartoon character version of a heel. Mm-hmm. Even in her presentation, it's still fine coordinated. In her, it's just a dark version of that. I think her motivation is just like, if we're going to use a proper analogy, how when Drew McIntyre was pissed off, And that was a great motivation. I think she has great motivations. I think eventually her and Bianca are all going to come to blows. I like what she said, and even if we examine the promo where she said, "Who did you look up to?" and she's right. Naomi is a person who I think the company dropped the ball on. I think that the whole glow gimmick in its beginning inception with the light up belt and everything like that, I say this to this day, they just did not do with that what they should have done with that.
Mm-hmm.
And the excuse of, well, it's a toy and it's a gimmick. Well, John Cena made a 20-some-year career out of that. And I think, race definitely has something to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
Timing has something to do with that. And I think it's you got to look at the character and the person. If I'm Trinity Fatu and I come up with this awesome gimmick, it gets over. I'm giving looks. I have transitioned from one era of women's wrestling into another, and I don't get my shine. I'm overshadowed by the 4 horsewomen. I get a bunch of start and stop pushes. Then this new wave of girls come through, and I am supporting them because I'm a good person, and they get the great big pushes, and I'm still, that person. That is a lot to take in because you feel like people forgot you,
right,
or people aren't acknowledging your work. It's like when I look at Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox, yes, she has her own demons or things or areas of opportunity, but she's the first and only Black women's Divas champion, and people forget that. And so I think Naomi is just ensuring that, hey, do not forget me. Do not forget I am a 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion. I did win at WrestleMania. I didn't headline, but I won at WrestleMania, and I don't think any other Black woman had won at WrestleMania. I could be wrong. But I can't recall certainly. I think Naomi is a woman who has consistently flown under the radar when it comes to giving or people giving her flowers in an adequate and meaningful way. So I think this character transition presents a real opportunity for her to have a meaningful storyline, because that's always been an issue for her to me. And really do something. I just wish she had a better dance partner. That's the unfortunate part.
Y'all gotta stop. You gotta stop. We don't know who Jade is after she came back. You have to stop that. And you have to stop that Naomi ain't a heel. She lied to her homegirl about beating up her other homegirl. That's a bad guy move.
She legit went out. Like, what's babyface about this? She went out. She just went out there.
Girls up. Them little girls ain't even had no money on them.
They ain't doing. She ran out there and beat their ass.
Yeah.
Why? What's babyface about that?
Yeah, no, that's pure heel.
I would say,
but justified.
Me personally, she's a face.
See, but because that's the Bobby Lashley conversation we had.
Bobby Lashley wasn't a heel.
What happened was Bobby Lashley was introduced. The whole syndicate was introduced as heels. The crowd.
I'm not talking about the syndicate. I'm talking about the Hurt Business.
They were heels.
No, they weren't. Bobby Lashley, when he was dressed as a police officer, was a heel.
The undercover police.
Yes.
When he was dressed up as
curled up like that, and he was a heel then.
He had there was no logo on it. I didn't like him face a heel.
I think this is my issue with how we think about wrestling. This whole heel and babyface thing. The public is in on the joke now. The public is a lot more smarter, and characters, even when you look at television now and movies, the way that they write characters, it's not this black and white thing. People do bad shit all the time, and people don't think that they're bad guys, right? And so, like, for me, yeah, Naomi jumped B-Fab and now, but that's not heel to me. I mean, it's heel. People are going to say it's heel, but what happens when you got beef with a bitch and a girl insert herself into it?
What?
You
what? Well, let me ask. Well, then let me ask the other question. is Jade Cargill a face or a heel right now?
I think Jade is a victim of circumstance within the storyline. I think that there's some real hurt there with Naomi and her positioning, and Jade just happened to be a thing. I think what they should have really done to really flush this dynamic out instead of making Naomi just this quote unquote jealous person is they should have had segments in storyline and in kayfabe of Jade being if she's this person who coattailed and stuff, then that should have been, we should have had nuggets of that, or we should have seen promo work or backstage work to kind of hint at that before this happened. I get the whole mystery. Oh my God, who did it? But was it really a mystery? Because as soon as it happened, the first thing people said was Bianca and Naomi. So it wasn't that hard, but we should have gotten some nuggets.
What's up, man? Yes.
DDM, I need you to answer the question.
Is she a face or a heel?
Jade Cargill.
I don't know what to call that young lady.
I will say we've heard a lot of people talk about how how because kayfabe is halfway dead and people don't care about face and heel. I think face and heel will always somewhat be important. I mean, there'll be special situations where it isn't, but it gives the viewer parameters in which, because it's better to watch football when you got a team to root for. And I think you always got to have at least some sort of part of that. And there are exceptions, I'm sorry. But for the most part, you got to have that box to kind of work in and have a purview where they can take you where they want to. Because that's really the show.
And I agree with that to a certain extent, and I'm willing to put my own, how I view it into perspective, and I view it a certain way. But I'm not necessarily rooting for Jade. I'm more so disappointed in Naomi, but that doesn't make me say, yes, Jade, beat her ass, because I have history with Naomi. I've seen her leave the company. I've seen her be a girl's girl and be supportive for her entire career, leave and support another wrestler for not being treated correctly. Go to another promotion, support that promotion and the new wrestler that comes to this promotion. So Naomi's track record says that she is a girl's girl and she is supportive. So her being like that, now as a viewer in my mind, I'm now asking, well, Jay, what did you do that made this lady snap?
Shout out.
Hey.
How you doing?
What did you do to make this lady snap to the point where she threw you off a bridge?
What did they do to make them niggas that mad?
So Jay's losing at Mania?
No, they're gonna make Naomi lose if they even get a Mania match.
Oh, they get a match.
They get the bar.
That's if they get a Mania match, but. If they get a Mania match, I need to see Jade wrestle within the next 2 weeks, because
She just wrestled.
Who did she wrestle?
She wrestled Liv Morgan the other day.
She did wrestle Liv Morgan, and shout out to Liv Morgan. She's becoming quite the little ring general.
Shout out. That's good to hear.
Yeah, she, because let's face it.
That's great to hear. Nah,
where's the
here's the thing. if Liv Morgan is becoming the ring general, she showed it may not be a character that I love. Let me make it very clear. But in her matches, she is sound, and in that match that you had to remind me happened with her and Jade.
Damn. Hold up.
She made her look good.
What?
I'm shout out Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan don't be wrestling in matches for nothing, right, man?
And I want to be clear. It's not like y'all know for a fact I'm not the biggest Liv Morgan fan, but I'm just not.
But you the biggest shady. You the biggest salt problem.
I'm sorry.
What Jade
do to you?
She didn't do nothing to me. But what I'm not going to do, here's the thing.
Oh.
What I'm not going to do is the same. I'm very fair. The same shade that I would throw a Liv Morgan or a Carmella, I'm going to throw to a Jade Cargill if I feel like it's not giving what I want to do.
I love it.
What?
The ring general. Liv Michaels.
Rock said Dap hate Jay so much.
But I tried to tell y'all though, there was a reason they put her in that match with Liv Morgan. They trust Liv Morgan.
And I want to say this: being a ring general is not. I'm not saying that Liv Morgan is Gunther. Okay, what I'm saying is that she is sound enough to work with a talent that may not be up to snuff to lead them to a good match.
What did she do to you?
She didn't do nothing, and I need people to stop saying that.
I need people to stop saying
I
that.
need people to understand. Like,
took your nail tap.
I'm sorry, and I hate doing this, but the thing is, when I'm watching NXT and I'm seeing girls who are better, okay, who are in development from a ring perspective, I'm like,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Like, let's cut the shit. Okay, like, no pun intended. Cut the shit, Tony. But
Lunta.
we gotta stop acting like, you know, like I said, when I say ring general, I'm not saying she's Gunther. I'm not saying she's Shawn Michaels. I'm not saying she's any of those people. But the girl is sound enough and works well enough that she could take a talent that is not up to snuff once again make it down.
Hold on though, that because we have listened to you and Extra Salt.
I'm sorry.
Talk about how you feel about Jade in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Jade came out this motherfucker after time off and had a good match, and she's still getting this shit from y'all.
She still get this.
You know, here's the thing, and you know, I almost hate talking about Jade Cargill at this point, because whenever I offer a critique, and who am I, right? I'm a fat ass bitch. I do not wrestle. I'm a fashion girl. Because
you're a rapper,
right? Because I want to get that
artist.
People feel like, oh, well, you can't speak on it, or who are you? You don't wrestle. You don't do this. I don't, but I know how to watch TV, and I know good TV, and I know bad TV. Okay, and I'm sorry, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Okay. Eddie James is tripping, but okay. I was going to get Eddie James because this nigga is absolutely.
No, Eddie James, is that allowed what he's saying though?
Yeah, but you're saying that like it's like they're not wrestlers. They've been pro wrestlers.
This is a different caliber because Jade's only been Jading for so long.
What's the excuse when we look at Lash Legend and Kalani Jordan?
They started at the same time.
In 2 words, star power. Is all of those girls are better wrestlers. Nobody is a bigger eye draw than Jade. And yes,
I would like
she has to get past that.
WWE, because I want to see what the merch sales look like, and I want to see what the actual rating looks like when she's on screen.
I'll say this to speak to the star power is if any of the other ladies that were mentioned had said deficiencies, they'd have been gone.
Yeah.
They keep homegirl around because
they see something in her.
They see something.
Yeah. I'm going to make it a point not to discuss Jade Cargill anymore until I have something positive to say outside of what her outfit.
So we never talk about her ever again. At least
but I'm not, because what I don't want people to say is, DDM, you're being unfair. You're being this, and I'm not. But what I'm not going to do is reward mediocrity when it comes to in-ring performance, and if I believe you or not. I'm not going to do that.
I understand. No, I understand, and we
when you check out when you do the comparison in numbers, you saw that the beginning half of Lash Legend's career was heavy in matches. It was match heavy,
Mhm.
right? That has slowed down considerably, right? When you look at the beginning of Jade Cargill's career, it is slow.
Very slow.
Now, when you look at the back half of the career, it is match heavy.
Mhm.
So the individuals that you are putting her in the class with, their start was they had a faster start in the ring.
They was in
You're
the.
consistently grading Jade Cargill on a curve, which is why it's
I'm
not
not.
fair for me.
I'm not.
Shout
You
out
are.
Eve.
I'm not.
We gonna have to table this Jade conversation because there's other
We
stuff
have
to
this
go.
every week.
Well, no, I know, but we can't have it all week, is what I'm saying.
Well, fuck you, Cal.
Hey, nigga.
I respectfully bow out from the Jade Cargill conversation.
We're gonna argue this in the chat.
Well, the thing is, I know I think the DDM's right. I didn't see Jade. I don't think Jade has a match on SmackDown. We'll see. We should probably table this until we're able to see more Jade instead of.
I think that's the
because that live match was the other day. So we
ain't had. I don't think the sample size is big enough to make a call.
I watched it twice. Anyway, we mentioned Gunther earlier, and I can't. The violence. I'm sorry. The
violence.
It was no. Come get your brother. Come get your brother. Jay said, "I'm gonna kill you." This is what I don't. The thing about stuff like this is so good and it was timed so well that I wouldn't have had this happen earlier. But I kind of wish that they had built towards this particular. I'm gonna maim your brother on live TV type shit in front. I never see. How was the last time somebody had zip ties on a motherfucker?
I don't know, but I feel like it was on time because we asked for it and then they gave it to us.
And then we got it.
Real time.
Yeah.
Amazon.
I think I'm annoyed because y'all know I'm a huge Gunther fan.
Talk about it.
Awesome in ring. I believe him. And I'm just annoyed with with Gunther. I blame no one but creator for his reign. And I know we like to say, I'm one of these people. The wrestler needs to learn how to get themselves over. Well, how's that going to work when you're a wrestler? You're the heavyweight champion of the brand, and you're wrestling Akira Tozawa. Let's be real here.
Facts are facts.
Let's be real here. They waited 3 weeks before WrestleMania to finally book Gunther the way that he should have been booked the entire time he had this belt. They wait 3 weeks. So now we get to see what a great Gunther looks like, only to watch a great Gunther lose in now 2 weeks.
We don't know.
And it annoyed me really bad.
What you say, man?
They would have ran out of people to kill.
What happens if he doesn't lose?
If he doesn't lose, I expect a refresh on the reign and to book him accurately. And he didn't have to kill people every match or every reign, but they have enough talent. And see, this is what I was talking about. There's enough talent that you could have booked him better than this. There's not a lot of people that are great that are out on injuries. You have them all here. It's no excuse for Gunther to have been booked the way that he was booked. He was an afterthought on PLEs. He's the heavyweight champion of a brand who he's not even headlining his brand. With that character, you could have made, since we love baby faces and heels, that's a hard heel.
He was killing that man. He was killing that man out on Front Street.
I just feel like it just was. It was. I think I do not blame Gunther for his run. I blame creative. I blame the writers' run for that.
Yeah, it's Gunther's fault because he won't put on knee pads.
Shout out. Was it New Day versus Tyler Bate and what you call, and Matt, our fan was immediately like, hey, I don't like them.
I hate this.
Because they both ain't had the knee pads on. How y'all
naked knee niggas, man? I'm not watching them naked knee niggas, man. I hate that. It looked wrestling trunks without knee pads just look like drawers.
They drawers.
You out there in the Speedo.
Yeah, you going swimming.
And then yo had them white shoes on, which made it look all so weird. Like,
I love that motherfucker.
It was just it was strange, man. I hate when niggas don't come out there with knee pads, man.
There
I
go
think-
Gunther. Gunther whole knee is out.
The Usos putting him with them, I think they did a good job selling, good job telling the story.
Yes.
Gunther with the zip ties and just the way he talked about this is your brother. Like I felt it.
Get your brother.
You know, like it was strong, and you know he's doing this without Imperium at ringside.
Right.
So it really, I just think it's sad, and they did this. It reminds me last year when Io was the champion going into WrestleMania. And she put on a great match with Bayley at WrestleMania in the crowd. I remember being in the crowd and people was like, "Oh my God, this match is so good," but it's too late.
Yeah. Well,
and that's it's annoying.
And I think that's the fear with this match, right? That's the fear with Gunther and Jey. We've had this conversation. I think we were having this conversation offline. It felt inevitable. It feels like when he won that Royal Rumble, we about to be is Yeet Mania. We called it back in the beginning of February. Having to wait to WrestleMania and not having the story that you feel should be a WrestleMania story until 2 weeks out. You know, I was tired of the shit, but these were the questions that I had because when they started this feud, it was really just, I want you, Gunther. And then Gunther said, hey, fuck you. Ain't nobody messing with you. But then Jey kept persisting, and then he just started choking people out. Like there was really nothing there until Jimmy Uso came out there with the crimson mask.
So what does Big Jim have for Mania? Does he have anything, or is he just gonna be dead?
He may be banned. I'm assuming he's banned. I don't think we see Jimmy Uso until WrestleMania.
Mania.
Yeah,
hey, Us, go out there and win it for me.
Yeah,
Us.
big bandages. He black eye son. Hey, Us, man, you gotta do this for me, Jey. You gotta do this for me, Us. Like he needs to get
the one arm. The one arm.
Yeah,
that would make me more happy.
Call that to Elon.
Jim is going to be a valet at Mania. That's what it's given. But I mean, that's the only role he has at this point. And putting him in a Mania match doesn't make sense at all.
You can't.
It's giving valet. It's giving valet, and it's nothing wrong with valet. You valeting your brother who was in a tag team with you to now getting that title. Everybody ain't going to be Jeff. Some people going to be Matt.
That's facts.
You know, everybody ain't going to be Jeff.
That's a whole nother argument. I ain't even gonna get in, but
yeah, it's another day. That's a conversation for another day, for real. All right, what else was going on? We got a little bit more time. I wasn't actually before we talk about that. Shout out Bret Hart and Steve Austin. I didn't know that WWE at some point was planning on putting match. It makes all the sense in the world, but putting with the WWE Immortal moment, I'm assuming it's iconic matches. Those Yamins. I would. I guess people would think that you would probably go WrestleMania 3 initially. Hogan or Andre or Macho Man Randy Savage, I think, of matches at peak because those are the two ones that's like the beginning of the video packages. But for when I was thinking about it when they announced it, for dope match, like you don't get much you don't get much better than Bret Hart and Steve Austin in a match where we were talking about face and heel shit earlier, where the baby face become the heel and then the heel become the baby face, but it's not some contrived nonsense. It's actual in-ring rap that's driving the storyline of these two kind of switching sides and the blood and talk about blood and matches. That was one of them ones. But also
run the lights up.
Hit that thumbs up for real. If you on YouTube, if you somewhere else, share this. Put the 5 stars wherever you at.
My bad.
No, you good. But I think it does help that Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart are still walking the earth
and available.
and they're down with WWE because you
need to sell tickets. You need to sell tickets.
You got to sell tickets. You're probably. I would love to see some type of sit down between the two of them, because WWE does. They do a lot of the watch alongs on the YouTube or whatever. It'd be ill to see the two of them rewatching that. I wonder how they talked about it on Broken Skull sessions, but I don't think they watched the match. They were looking at still. There's opportunity to do stuff.
And not only that, but Stone Cold, he don't just step outside. That's what I love about him. You don't just get Stone Cold all the time. No shade. You can get Undertaker like that now, but you don't get Steve Austin like that.
That's Mark now.
Just to give you perspective, when I went on WWE World to see about the meet and greets, Stone Cold's meet and greet is $335.
What?
They were sold out within hours.
Oh, I bet. I'm surprised it wasn't $316.
Should have been $316.
That would have been hard.
That would have been cute. But
that's smart though.
They were all gone.
Damn. People love Stone Cold.
I won't be there.
So and not only that, who knows? We might see Mr. Cole at Mania.
I'm fairly sure they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do anything by mistake.
Well, again, for example, the Friday before Mania, In Living Color is playing in Vegas. If you gonna tell me that I'm not gonna see them brothers out there on that stage playing Cult of Personality when CM Punk has that main event match, we'll get to that in a sec. I need that. I need as a black person of some sort who's like a pro wrestling fan, but like was old enough to have seen when they was on TV with the freaky colors and the dreads bopping around to that rock. I need that in my life. But just like that, when they said that the WWE Immortal moment with Stone Cold and Bret Hart, I said, oh, who gonna be around? He gonna be around for Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, probably so. Because the truck, because of that truck in the background, we seen everybody that was from that truck.
That was about
except for Stephen Williams.
I think it was a year ago the other day when that segment first. What a beautiful. They said cut. Rock said, "Hey, fuck that, fuck that. We're not done."
But you know what I will say, that I just listened to CM Punk's theme to Cult of Personality just as a song, and I didn't realize how good that song is. That's really great record. Really great pure record. And I think Stone Cold showing up at Mania will because I'm looking at tickets now for Mania. My friend Dustin, shout out to Dustin and my friend Dustin in Portland. He looking at tickets and everything as well, because no shade, full disclosure, looking at tickets for Mania, and I was talking to some of my friends, everybody's kind of like waiting around, and that's something
they want to see them prices go down.
Everybody in my friend group outside of you guys here, BRP, the consensus is that, bitch, we going to wait. We going to wait. Because think about it, right? Before I got involved with BRP, my first WrestleMania was WrestleMania in Los Angeles. I bought my ticket for 2 nights, and I was not in the nosebleeds. I was in the ones.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I think my ticket all in for both nights was almost $300.
That's not bad at all, especially for Inglewood, always up to no good.
Yeah,
they could have beat you in the head for them shit.
Yeah, it was. Love
Versus Ugly Head is a good one too. I'm sorry, DDM.
Oh no, but everybody's thinking about that. But I think Cult of Personality was good. I think bringing Stone Cold and Bret Hart in to bring in those legacy folks was a great move.
Right.
You got to sell tickets, because let's be honest, the tickets is not ticketing the way that they thought that they was going to ticket.
It's an interesting situation. I don't want to be like, oh, it's only we got a little bit more time, but I mean we only got so much time left.
It's 2 weeks at this point.
Yeah.
So
something's got to give.
I think it's several things here. I think Consumer spending as a whole has been tepid. So far,
We're recessed.
yes, we ain't there yet.
Almost.
But, people are just bracing for stuff like that. So a trip to WrestleMania in Las Vegas, because let's put this in perspective, right? For the price that it costs for the flight to and from Vegas, and I'm in Baltimore. The flight to and from Vegas with the hotel and with no WrestleMania ticket, I could have flown to Italy and back and stayed at a cool hotel in Italy for the same price.
Damn. I don't look at you. That makes sense. But again, we're shout out Big Mike. It's matter of fact, I was thinking about Big Mike. I'm sorry, I was thinking about Big Mike the other day. Shout out Black Irish for real. It's not a coincidence when I see people's names and it was on my mind. Shout to you.
Move back.
Hey, it's we're in a recession now, but no, times it's funny.
Got a new golf job.
Every time I
meat
see
raffle.
somebody had to get back for that. It's meat raffle season. Nah, every other day I talk to somebody about going. I'm like, yo, you gonna be in Vegas? No, I ain't gonna make it this year. Like I hear that a lot, but like if them tickets is dropping, I don't know if people still trying to fly out there, but you may see some people pop up at least one night or two. I mean, if this doesn't look like it's going to be the end of night 2, but this is going to be the match of night 2. People can go see that, right?
Hey, look, them niggas got busy. They sold the tickets this week.
Fair to say that this week between Cody and Cena was their best interaction.
Oh yeah,
Cody was cooking.
Both of them was.
Cena been cooking. Cena always finds a way to cook. No, what you gonna say?
What was the last time before this run right here with Cena? Like Cena a murder nigga. Like Cena's always been a savage. Like even though as a good guy, why you reading the promo off your arm?
That was the last time.
Niggas like the last time was niggas like you. If you was doing what you was supposed to, Roman, I wouldn't need to be here.
That's facts. No, you're right.
Frying niggas. On the part time, he was frying niggas. He tried. This is like he tried to cook Cody this time. And Cody was, as my grandmother would say, time enough for him.
Well, I think the thing is if you go back and watch like. Was it an A&E biography of John Cena where they were showing like the prototype stuff and all this stuff on OVW when he first got into the game? That's right, because Big Mike was shout out Big Mike. It's good to see you, good to be seen for real. Like I said, you was legit on my mind the other day, so it's crazy how the world works. But Cena had it back then. In the OVW when it was just a little trunks or whatever, he could always he was frying. He could always talk. Mm-hmm. Going into WWE, I mean, it's a reason why. I mean, I don't think it's any coincidence that he could freestyle as well as I'm not talking like being the best rapper, but like in terms of being witty off the top of the head. I don't know how much of that was written, but he was good at that aspect. And I think he's always been good at the promo spot. When he was going up against Rock 12, 13 years ago, he was frying Rock. There was writing the shit on his arm is crazy, but he was frying Rock regardless. They
didn't like each other. They did not.
It had been a year or so before that stuff. Because Cena had been talking to why you want Hollywood shit that now he's hearing. It's funny how time and everything works. But Cena was always on point. So I think it's not hard for him to turn that on and cook somebody when he needs to. Mm-hmm. I almost feel like they kind of. I don't want to say Cody was holding back, but I think they built to this week. I think there's a reason that Cody was that good with these promos on that night, which was technically the last Raw that they were doing in Europe. And I think somebody said that Raw was the first Raw for whatever Indian streaming situation that WWE's got on. So like when I started hearing everything that was going on, it kind of made sense that they saved that situation for then. But it was I don't even trip off like the AEW and Vince McMahon of it all, but it was good to hear them blend the reality of like Cody being Papa Two. It was good to hear Cody
you don't want no dry Papa Two.
You don't want no dry Papa Two at all. Cody being Cena's little nigga, for lack of a better term. He was in the wit with him.
Chauffeur.
But he was the one driving while Cena was talking about big business. But I think I said this on the Patreon. I forget which Cody Rhodes Wheatley interview he did. He talked about how he looked up to Cena. Like that's really Cena is really Cody's OG. He loves Ric Flair, he loves his daddy, but Cena is really his OG. This stuff, right? I'm not saying it's real, but like there's an understanding in terms of like a passing of the baton type situation in regards. But
like when Cody was first cutting his teeth and flying without a parachute and not being specifically a Nepo baby, outstanding, Rock.
Wait, Jermaine, you use respective roots? If you do, we should talk.
Is that the gold? That's the gold can niggas. That's the niggas with the gold can.
I keep their ads keep hitting my IG, and I'm like, yo, do I need the respective roots? It's two brothers that generated a. I'm sorry, Math. I'm sorry, but yeah, we should talk.
Yeah. So, but no, when Cody was cutting his teeth and actually just being a wrestler and out there like day in and day out, dashing Cody Rhodes and all that, Cena was the man then.
He was that guy, yeah. He was that guy.
So it's like there's a difference, man, when you watch as a kid, you're like, wow, my dad's up there and I see this big guy and this big guy, and that seems so like unattainable. But when you're on the card and you're still so far from the top of the card, as Cody was then, to see like the guy who is the guy is a guy like what 50 say to main man on the movie? You like God to me.
You like God to me is funny.
Like that's like
yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
And then he rolled with the nigga too. Oh shoot, that's everything.
You got to think about how many Nepo babies Cena made in the past in the business from the indies to WWE. I mean, Cena's been around for a minute. There's a lot of people that were around his reign, his rise and his reign.
He been around the kids and the daddies and the uncles.
Yeah,
all of them. Buried all of them.
Well, he said he was going to bury. He said he was going to bury Cody. He said
that MC Scat Cat suit he had on.
Cody said, you had more dick in your promo than you got in your jorts.
I respect it.
I was all right. That's where they got me.
Really gay.
I'm sorry. What happened?
I thought that was really gay. I was trying to figure out where's that coming from. It kind of made me cringe a little bit. I was like, who says that? Like what was that? Like, man, I was like, what the hell is that?
If DDM is cringing at the dick joke, you know something.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you what that was.
I was like, what the hell is that? Like, what the hell is that?
I think they were just
confusion.
I think they just knew they had permission.
They knew they could do it because it was Netflix.
Cody was just trying to get that dick off.
I just was like, what the hell are you looking at John Cena's dick print in his fucking jeans for? Like.
I think they were talking metaphorically.
Confusion.
DDM. I don't think he was.
Like, this is the moment where you would be paused. Like that was the pause moment. Okay.
It was not. Sometimes you can't even. If you say that, you can't even pause that. You just gotta be like, God dang.
That being the one that's clutching his pearls is cracking me up right now. Because I understand it, but it's just funny to me. It's just funny.
I love a good dick joke, but I just was like, where is this coming from? Like,
I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it.
Cody, like, is this you freestyling this, or did somebody in the writers' room put that in the promo?
Shout out Wrestling Color.
They said. Shout out Wrestling Color for real. I believe they just hit 3K or something the other day, right?
Yeah. Listen, they was she shouted us out a couple times. her content is dope. She's very
She be talking shit.
yeah, it's dope, man. Go check that out.
All right, record. All right,
What
this
is get him
motherfucker?
out of here.
Huh?
It said that dick beef was undercooked for sure. DD.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, it's just it's too much. You're
out.
taking it too far now. Like,
They
you know,
were.
like I just was like, what is this? Like,
What the hell is that?
at least let it be a little bit savvy. Like, it made no
The
sense
dick?
in the promo. And it just, like where did this where did this come from?
Where'd that dick come from?
Right.
That dick wasn't here a second ago.
It was in the jorts.
It was in the jorts.
And I'm like, you got to be looking really hard to find a dick print.
Hey, Wrestling in Color, can I come be on your show? I quit this.
You gotta be looking hard to find a dick.
I quit this. I don't like anything these niggas is doing
I
tonight.
love it.
Can I come over there, Miss Wrestling in Color? Because
Nah. You can't say nigga over there. No disrespect. She won't let you say nigga over there, and I respect that.
You can't say nigga.
Some people don't say you don't say nigga some places. You know how I go. She make a lot of dick jokes.
dang it.
So do we. So do we.
Nigga, you can say dick. You just can't say nigga.
Okay. I just you know, in respect to
all respect.
the promo, it just didn't land with me.
I feel you.
But I will say this: I think Kodak did a great job holding his own.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think it was a shellacking. And I think that Cody, you know, he had a few zingers in there.
It's good back and forth.
I think overall, Cody stood up. I do not like one thing I don't, and this is just my personal preference. I do not like when John Cena does that to talent. I get it, but some people just never recover from that.
What you mean?
Like,
When we say does that?
When he does that, like, I'm gonna bury you on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Because he can.
But I don't like it. And I keep thinking about Austin Theory. And I just feel like, you know, I don't like that. I get it, and it's fun, and we get our oohs and ahs. And some people, like The Rock, will live past.
They're playing to it, yeah.
Destroy The Rock. Roman Reigns, he will live through that. But somebody like a younger talent that is not of that caliber,
right?
Like
Austin Theory
cannot survive something like that. So you effectively kill that person's push career, and that's a person who still has a lot of skin left in the game. And you know, we don't know what the future will hold for that person. But I just don't like it. I
got a bit of a so shout out to Eddie James with the Roman recovered from that, right? Is that Mike Jordan coming out of the Bad Boys Piston defeat? Like Roman
Reigns and after he won the title in the summer 2020 to start the bloodline. I mean, remember, Matt, they had dog food on that man, like not dog, literal dog food.
Wait, I was under the impression he meant Roman coming out the Cena feud.
What I'm saying is Cena. It was Cena the Pistons. You see what I'm saying?
Cena's the Knicks.
Nah, Cena won.
What I'm saying is, yeah, I guess.
But you see, I don't want to get too deep
into
into basketball weeds.
No, yeah.
But I feel like Roman had to go through all that stuff, to be the guy we got, because he saw everything that didn't work. He saw everything when niggas is like, yo, you should do this, you should do this. Vince's niggas, by the way. When niggas is telling you everything to do, you're learning what not to do, and then you come back and
John Cena really is ass.
Nah,
I
disagree.
He's ass.
He's chopped up your favorites.
Ass at what?
He's chopped up the favorites because he had enough enough leverage to do, or he was in the company with that status to do so. Because if somebody would have heated his ass up, we wasn't gonna see him no more.
Like
yeah,
who?
but he's working at the top of the card. The nigga he's across from got some say too.
Who?
No, Austin Theory didn't have.
Well, not Austin Theory. Not Austin Theory. Nobody. They were trying to kill Austin Theory. I think there was a conspiracy. Go and get him, John.
Yeah,
it's over.
Yeah, I hate that, and I hate that because I think about what happened with Nexus. Yes, I'm going in my bag.
Talk about it.
And I hate that with certain things. I don't like you can go toe to toe with a Rock. You can do that on a Roman per se. You can do that with a Cody Rhodes. Now Cody has proven that he can deal with it.
Cody.
But when you do that against people on the card and within the company who will not be able to withstand that kind of a shellacking, to me, I'm looking at you like, yeah, you top of the card, but like, bruh, that's like, you know what I equate that to? You picking a fight or trying to fight somebody in school that you know is not that person.
Right.
Oh, you mean Chris Rock getting smacked by Will Smith?
No, Chris Rock and Will Smith on even footing.
Have you seen Will Smith and Chris Rock?
No. I mean, yeah, but I mean, if you're going to talk about somebody's wife and come out your mouth sideways like that and then keep doing it, you deserve what you get. And I will forever support Will Smith for smacking the shit out of Chris Rock. And I like Chris Rock movies.
No, don't sit in the front row of the comedy show.
Yeah, I like his movies, but I'm not going to a Chris Rock show. And then you double down on it, and this has nothing to do with anything. We're gonna get back on top.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, no, I don't like bullies, and that's the bottom line. That's the point I'm trying to make here.
Cena's the bully.
What about Charlotte?
Yes.
Charlotte is not. It's not the same thing. Charlotte does not purposely go out there and try to kill and destroy a person's career. Charlotte is booked to win matches, and that is a difference. But she has never.
No, I'm specifically talking about that promo last week.
Oh no, that promo was actually better for Tiffany, and Tiffany dropped the ball. They put you in an interview situation, and when you watch that promo, since I wasn't here to really give the flowers,
talk about it.
I wanted to give because I was working on Gold Dust. But let's be clear here. When we look at that promo, Charlotte didn't even go in on the conversation the way that what Charlotte did was basically respond with facts. You went on a cash-in. The whole WWE universe knows that a cash-in is always looked at differently.
Right.
So you went on a cash-in, sis. Like she said it point blank and period. Am I going to go out there and hold your hand every time you win? That's a fact. That's not a burial. That's a fact. Second of all, the third thing, when she goes, you know how many people are compared to me? Everybody is compared to me. Why? Because I'm that girl here. That's not a lie. That's not a burial. That's a fact. So she told her, you're being compared to Charlotte Flair because you're blonde. You have a similar moveset, but you are not Charlotte Flair. When you win the belt this many times and can wake up a room and lead people to good matches, then you are Charlotte Flair. But right now, little girl, you are not Charlotte Flair.
Tiff got exposed for real.
And Charlotte didn't even give her the wrath that she could have given her. Tiffany just could not combat facts.
Tiffany wasn't. I don't think Tiffany was prepared the way.
She used a scripted promo.
I still hold on to, and I think it plays into what we saw on TV this week, with her talking about her divorce in that interview. Is that Charlotte was still supposed to be the good guy here.
That's
and I really wish she was, and I think this feud would be better.
She definitely was supposed to be the
good guy, and the crowd wasn't having it. So
nobody wanted it.
And I think, I'm speaking about Ashley Flair now. I love Ashley. Watching her special, seeing her in interviews, seeing her at meet and greets and things like that. That's a nice woman outside of wrestling. But the public refuses to let her be that. So
they don't want her as that.
If you will not even allow me to try to be a face, then guess what? I still have bills to pay and a check to cash. If I'm everyone's favorite heel, or the only time I am a face is when you want me to get rid of somebody that y'all collectively don't like, Nikki ASH, Ronda Rousey. Okay. Y'all only like Charlotte as a face when it's somebody that y'all don't like and y'all want them up out of here. Then it's, yes, Charlotte, get a shot. I'll never forget going to SummerSlam 2021, being in the crowd in Vegas and seeing when Nikki ASH had that belt, who won off of a cash-in. Okay. And people, they did not give Nikki ASH any burn that entire month that she had the belt. It wasn't even a whole, it was a month, and people booed her. They gave her no crowd reaction, nothing. So what happens? Vince makes the audible and say, all right, Charlotte, we got to get the belt up off of her. And Charlotte won that belt and people live. Stop playing with Charlotte Flair. Money in the Bank 2021, that the crowd was dead. That Money in the Bank, Charlotte comes out with Rhea, great feud, and wakes the room up. It's the reason why she is the queen, the limousine driving, jet setting, airplane riding. Stop playing with her. People.
I'm gonna be honest. I can start a huge argument here. But yeah, I don't want to. I believe Charlotte is an amazing in-ring performer. And that's it. That's all I'm saying.
He gonna say she ain't make nobody.
No. He gonna say don't step on my bologna sandwiches.
That's very funny.
It's not there anymore.
I'm sorry.
It's the reason why it's not there no more.
I'm sorry.
We'll tell you after the show, DDM. We'll tell you after the show.
We'll talk about it after the show. That was damn. We really.
You ain't
did
gonna
that.
like it. You ain't gonna like it.
You may not like it. Dude, before we get to NXT, they on SmackDown this week, they did a whole contract signing segment with CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. And obviously they all signed the contract, and CM Punk looking through the contract. He's trying to get to see the hell's going on there. And Paul Heyman's like, hey, my brother, that shit you looking for is in there. Look at Roman's face. He said, what you looking for is in there. You got your main event for WrestleMania, and he kissed him on the forehead. And I don't see.
He was trying to make him cry. He was trying to make him cry.
Without the kiss, I like CM Punk. He looked like he was emotional. I mean, again, I don't know if he knew what was going on before. The way they played it off, it looked like he was given that information then. That's and they're saying that's the Saturday main event. I there's two things though. I liked the way Seth Rollins reacted. I like the fact that he's like, stop all this shit. I don't care about none of this shit. You gotta earn. He's talking that real shit. But what made me laugh was Roman Reigns. What he said? How did he word it? He said, "One man's dream is another man's favor." Check. Like he was just ready for.
Yeah, Roman Reigns is not a babyface. If anybody thinks so, they're tripping.
Roman Reigns is a heel. Don't call him a face.
He still has not made amends for how he did his peoples. So that story needs to be told, and I'll love when they get back into it. But all of these gentlemen, this main event is great. This is the best. This does the most for me out of all the matches we've gotten so far from
this. Is definitely going to be the star of the show. I agree 100%. I love Seth's perspective on this. I'm a Seth Rollins ride or die fan.
Yeah.
So I'm Team Rollins, Mother Butch Queen, the Seth Rollins Butch Queen era. I'm all about it. But I like his motivation.
Mm-hmm.
I like the promo. I like what he said. Like he doesn't like CM Punk, and he makes that very clear, and that's what it is. And I think he carries that feud a lot better than Drew did, because Seth manages the psychology of it a lot better.
Indeed.
And Drew did. Drew is just a big like, ooh, I don't like you. Like Seth is more cerebral. Seth is cerebral when it comes to dealing with this feud, and you feel the "I don't like you" from both of them. So I think it works. Roman is, got his chompers out, and he just.
Now those were the chiclets.
Yeah,
those were the chiclets for real.
Those are chompers, niece.
But those have settled in some when he first got them Jones, because he had the Viggo Mortensen teeth.
Oh my god!
And he did. He looked just like the nigga off Lord of the Rings. But you know what I mean? He can't. Hey, get your what you call?
Get your yummies together. Yeah.
I thought they had settled in nicely. I thought you know what I mean? I figured
they're very white. Like they the light hit them a certain way. It's like,
well, he probably got them rotated last week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got his tires rotated. Yeah, but it's this right.
Yeah,
it's the wait, because Roman doesn't know what Heyman's doing right now. Heyman when Heyman's all kissing on his man and talking about the shit you want in your contract is there. Roman don't like that shit
at all.
He don't like that shit at all. And we still don't, the whole thing is, what's the favor? We don't know what that favor is right now. And that favor is going to turn this. He may throw Heyman through a table if that favor don't work right for him. I like it.
Man, that favor is going to be Roman Reigns holding him for holding Seth for Punk and turning and doing a double turn, and
I like that.
That would be amazing.
I like that. I like that
would
a lot.
Great.
I'm with it.
I like that a lot. I actually that would gag me a little bit. But I love Mother Rollins, so a
true crash out. That nigga's like, I don't care. I got the main event too. I don't want that nigga to have it.
Right. I don't want you here. You need to not be here.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk.
All facts. Nah, that's all factual. Shout out to that. That's gonna, whatever happens with that, that's gonna be an interesting one. I wonder, speaking of Seth somebody said that they were comparing Seth, Roman, and Punk to the big three. I'm assuming
I like the conversation, but who's who?
Well, I think I feel like Seth is Kendrick. People feel like Roman is probably Drake, which means that CM Punk is J. Cole. I don't know if they fit.
I would actually switch that.
CM Punk is Drake.
Yeah, Punk is Drake.
Punk is Drake.
Roman Reigns is J. Cole.
The way this is, yeah, because he's really out of it. The real beef ends up being and Seth.
I think you're right for right now. I don't know if there's a situation where J. Cole is going to knock out either Drake or Kendrick anytime soon, but that could happen at WrestleMania. That's the only.
Hey, real quick, in 10 seconds, you know what I mean? But like, Pusha T wowed out on Drake for Kanye, and then he had to leave Kanye alone. That's crazy. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah.
Now Kanye's in the Black Klan's hook up.
Kanye West is the Black Klansman is crazy. I didn't think about that. Anyway. But anyway, let's toast champagne thought. I'm sorry. Y'all see, wait, did you he been talking about it? Or people have been it's been going viral. Ghostface Killah wasn't rapping about shit.
Yeah. He said that. He said that.
No, but because the viral
it was your new style.
Me and your cousin was talking about this on the road to BlurCon. I believe it was that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Every other day, that clip is still going viral. Yo, I didn't realize. So for people that are not aware, Supreme Clientele, whatever that era of Ghostface,
fish scale
about
fish scale, bulletproof wallets,
more fish.
Duncan Hines Monument Cakes. That shit didn't mean nothing. He was rhyming. He was styling. Like you talking about, you mad because I'm styling on you? I made a whole style that wasn't talking about shit.
I don't really believe that wholeheartedly.
Let me ask you a question. What's he talking about then?
I don't fucking know.
No, break it down.
She had ping pong coochie. Remember, she's ping pong.
I can see that. Like,
made the cover. Now count how many veins on it. His dingling was in the cover.
You can't prove to me he was talking about
Cootie
anything.
snap, Jurassic, plastic gas, booby trap.
And I ain't gonna, because that shit sounded amazing. He was. It's like
scientific.
It was blowing cream, yo. That's all it is.
I don't believe that he wasn't talking about now, because some of that shit be making sense. Like when
you was high.
Snatching Jack Riches?
No, back then. When did one come out? Duncan Hines Monument Case. What that mean?
What was I, like 18, 19?
Something like that.
Like that, the whole thing, the 8 monkeys, 8 ravioli bags, all that shit. Like, okay, he got 8 ravioli bags.
I got 8 ravioli bags.
I bet. All right, I see what you got, God. Peace.
Just listen, that just means his delivery is
on
superb.
Point. Yeah, that's that rap music.
That's that rap music. It's about energy, and that's it. Yes. I think that ties into why I think I look at wrestling the way that I look at it. I have to believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I don't believe you, you could be saying the most real hip hop shit ever. Your bar construction can be great, but if your delivery and execution of the story is not giving what it needs to give, it falls flat. However, you can have a bullshit storyline, but you can be delivering it so hard with no contenders and no real storyline, Chelsea Green, but you can make it a thing.
I respect it. Speaking,
y'all like I did that.
No,
y'all like I did that. I did that.
I like no.
It was good, but now you messing it up.
No. What happened was we was driving the car and Dean was like, "Nah, I'm gonna get us back on the road. Watch." But then once we got back to where we go, Dean said, "Y'all see what I did there?" Yeah. That shit was nice, right? That shit was nice, right? Nah. But this we go. Nah. But we here now. And actually, I'm glad I keep this one banner in the Yami, because matter of fact, talk about not Black Rasslin of the Week early, but God damn it, if Ricky Saints ain't go over there, and I'm not going to say it's the fastest time a brother went in there and got that title, but for as long as we've been talking about Ricky and what he been able to do to get, realistically, it may be early. They could have saved this for Stand and Deliver, but guess what? When I turned that TV on and I knew he had that match with that motherfucker, I knew this was going to be the end result. Man,
who the fuck thought 10 Man was coming? It was getting over or going over.
Hey, now, but because the question is, are they going to do the thing? Because they've been doing a lot of triple threats. Every time you talk about a match, you don't know if it's actually booked. Here come the next man. I wasn't surprised that immediately after Ricky Saints winning that title, they had Ethan Page go out there and attack him. They've been teasing it. Ethan has been talking shit. He was talking shit a couple weeks ago. Do you think they're gonna do the Ricky Saints, Sean Spears, Ethan Page match at Stand and Deliver as well?
No.
AEW middle finger match.
Somebody did a compilation of clips of WWE making like AEW references over the last week. It's good amount.
Nigga.
It's good amount. It's funny.
That would be good though, because no shade. I think this is a testament of, and this is not the shade AEW or whatever, but I think sometimes you can have so much talent and not have the infrastructure in place to have that talent to maximize that talent. And I think we saw that with Ethan Page, because Ethan Page came to NXT and became bigger than he ever was
immediately.
AEW, and I believed it and I subscribed. Even with who he took the belt off of, I was mad at that initially, but he did such a phenomenal job at carrying that belt. And now to give Ricky Starks that opportunity, it'll be great to see that. And you know what? If they do have a triple threat at Stand and Deliver with those three, no shade, it makes sense within kayfabe and the storyline. fine. And
Yep.
it's not, to me, it would be, we would look at, some people look at it as a middle finger, but truthfully, they built the story enough and the history is there enough and the on screen is enough. Sean did such a good job with that it is a justifiable match.
Fact.
That's right. I'm a neighborhood legend.
Sorry, I had to do that. It's I think that's the big key, is the fact that it's not like Ethan Page running out there to attack him. It's not like it was out of nowhere. He let him know early, hey, I see you, motherfucker.
It's just like, hey, Sunshine, it's just like all the black people getting grouped together. What you was ready to say, cuz?
I was saying, go back. They said G Diction said that Ethan Page just showed up at TNA.
Oh, there's they did tapings around the end of March. I didn't put them in the doc because it feels like it's 2 whole shows. It was a good amount of NXT people showing up on both of those. It was March 28th and March 29th. There was a number of matches with random NXT. I mean, that whole, it's WrestleMania season, but that partnership is real.
For sure.
That partnership is real. Speaking of NXT, Stephanie Vacquer, again, I assumed that Fallon Henley was going to beat her for that title next week, but they said, nah, let Stephanie go ahead and just drop the title on her own. She officially is no longer NXT North American Women's Champion. She dropped that title, and they started matches leading up to a 6-women ladder match, a stand and deliver. Zarya and Kalani Jordan. I don't know who else is going to be in there, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens there, especially because, again, talking about triple threats, right now it sounds like Jada Parker and Jordan Grace are vying for the other belt that Stephanie Vacquer is still holding. We'll see.
I know Jada's not going to get the big belt. I would love to see Jada with that North American Championship, but I think that with Jada, I think that and this is just me from the outside looking in. I don't work in creative or in that company, so who am I? But I think Jada is starting to get that thing where Jada Parker is becoming over without anything. So we don't need to put her in the North American title belt. We could put her in title matches because people just like her. So whether she wins that belt or not, she still will be Jada Parker. Some of these other girls do need some hardware to boost their profile.
Yeah.
And that, so I think she might be suffering from that, which is one of those things Bianca had to deal with in NXT as well.
Right.
So and that's just who, I could be totally off base, but that's what it feels like.
No, I agree. I definitely think there's some truth to that. But it like with anything, I think we always have to remember that part of NXT is developmental, and a lot of this, like as somebody could have a great week, and a lot of people think they should be on the main roster in a couple months, and there's still time with a lot of, like, you I don't think you really need to rush anybody off of NXT. If you wanted to keep Obafemi down there until the summertime, go ahead.
Hey,
You know what?
just go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, because I was gonna reference what Eddie James said real quick, but go ahead what you were saying, because it's gonna stay on task. Go ahead.
No, I honestly think that NXT at this point, I know it's developmental and that's what it is, but it's truly a brand at this point. So to me, I feel like it's its own show and its own universe.
I hope more people treat it like that, because I think it's on the universe, the WWE universe, to remix their thinking about it, right? Because for so long it had been, here's a step in, and even when they advertised about it last year, they're like, 90 some odd % of people on the WWE WrestleMania main card have come through NXT in some way, shape, or form. Like, they really tout that as developmental, but when you look at the CW, you're like, I could watch the Adventures of Trick Williams as its own thing in its own area, and I have to worry about him eventually going to SmackDown or Raw. Like, there's enough going on here that this is entertaining on its own, but it's just not it's not what NXT is set up for, especially if you look at LFG. There's a system that they're building, whether it's WWE ID, LFG, NXT, whatever. At some point, they want you to be on Raw or SmackDown. It's just a matter of it taking, if it's going to take a little bit or it's going to take a lot. I don't know if Ricky's. How long is Ricky?
That's right. I'm a neighborhood legend.
He won that title in like a month or so. How he in NXT for a while?
Yes.
Yeah.
How long?
Yes.
At least
Over
a
a
year.
year. Over a year.
2027.
Yeah. The problem becomes where's the spot? Now, if the spot develops, things could change. I think Ricky could do most things in pro wrestling. The only thing I'm worried about is the size. Pause. However, like he can talk with everybody, right? He can emote. I mean, he kissing the girls and making them cry. You know what I'm saying? On the sidelines.
They was passing out.
Yeah, that was very good. That was very, very good. He don't want never mind. Just like the only thing I worry about is him standing next to different people. But I think that's just a very, very good spot for Rick, and which speaks to kind of what Eddie James is saying here. Because I don't like the such and such fumble, such and such. I think certain places are just for certain people. I think,
right.
For example, I think Ricochet is doing the best non-wrestling stuff of his career right now.
Ricochet he wouldn't be able to do that in WWE.
Nah, it wouldn't make sense. It would be weird. They wouldn't let him cut people open with knives. It just wouldn't be good.
Right.
And certain places, I just think certain places are for certain people. And I think NXT right now is the absolute perfect place. It's like when you fit, you know what I mean? Like one of them square pegs, you move up quickly. And you supposed to. Because you good. And it makes sense. This nigga. No. Cal is violent. Domestic violence.
Domestic violence. I didn't put that. That clip is not in the Yummy, but it's somewhere. Shit. I guess. She said pause. Speaking of Ricochet, should we go over the AEW? The AEW's got a pay-per-view Sunday.
There's some good matches over there, son. That got that Kevin Knight and God dang it.
Ospreay
It's gonna be crazy.
They got a singles match on the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's in the tournament.
That's right, because the Owen Hart tournament, the first rounds is that night, right? Hold up.
I like the tag team match.
Let me see if I can.
I like how they sold the tag team match after a weird segment.
Hold up. Share this one though. Y'all can see this wiki?
Wiki.
All right, bet. So
break arms, we break legs.
Number 52 title match, whatever. Timeless Toni Storm versus Megan Bayne for the AEW Women's World Championship. That Kenny Omega, Ricochet, Speedball Mike Bailey for the international title.
That's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be one of those ones. Death Rider. I don't say I'm disappointed, but like I'm so over Death Rider's rated FTR.
But I like this where it is because it almost seems like they stepping away because they realize it's not good.
Yeah, it's funny to see. I was looking at Adam Copeland's cage match to seeing how often he was like he's been wrestling. It's not that he hasn't wrestled AEW people because he's wrestled non-WWE people, but he gets in these spats where like when he was TNT champion, he was wrestling everybody. Like, he had a 20-minute match with Penna, but at some point it's like where Claudio at? Where Christian Cage at? Jericho versus Bandito, ROH World Title versus Mask. Does that sound like Yamin's losing that title? Sound like Yamin's losing that title. I will say this. I'm not an Adam Cole Bebe person, but this show is happening on April 6th, which is the 17th anniversary, I believe, of Adam Cole making his pro wrestling debut, and he's fighting DDM's guy Daniel Garcia for that AEW TNT title. Adam Cole may get his first AEW gold this weekend.
Hey, can you cue up that Stephen A. Smith?
He may be getting his first AEW
I
Gold.
gotta
this
tell you right
weekend.
now,
We don't care. We don't.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
it could be a good match though. If Daniel Garcia and Adam Cole can have a good match.
Year 1, year 17, year 4. We don't care.
We don't care.
We don't.
Her Syndicate versus Learning Tree for the AEW tag titles. If Her Syndicate lose, I'll be upset. Shout out Brian Keith, but
I really, really liked. I don't know why I liked it so much. The Bobby
Segment?
Lashley. It was after they had the MJF thing. They walked out, and Bill and Brian Keith walked out, and Bobby tried the little boy Brian Keith, and then Big Bill came in like, no, nigga.
yeah.
He might have said, never mind.
I hope he better not. I don't care what type of Timberlands you got on.
And you can't teach that. So no, but you know what I'm saying? Like it was a very cool little like wrestling thing that they did right there. Sometimes I want to see some little fun stuff. Do that. You know what I mean? Everything ain't got to be like Marvel booking.
Dustin. Facts. Nah, big facts. And I guess finally, they got 2 first-round Owen Hart Cup tournament matches. On the men's side, again, we mentioned Will Ospreay versus Kevin Knight. I'm calling it right now. That could be match of the night. They tagged on Dynamite this past Wednesday, and I knew it. I saw we about to get these 2 motherfuckers. I'm down for that.
I feel like that's calling I feel like that's like calling a Steph Curry game-winning 3.
Of course, no, 100%.
It's probably gonna happen.
And you know what, fam? I hope it's the first match. Open with that match. Let me see that before I fall asleep that night.
And you know, AEW pay-per-views, that's a work shift.
Well, and again, DDM, there's 9 matches on the Wikipedia right now. We ain't even get to Saturday. They could add 4 or 5 for the cold open or whatever. Like, there's going to be more matches on this card. But I will say, Mercedes Moné, Julia Hart, first round match for the Owen Hart Women's Cup tournament. That's going to be cool. I think the Will Ospreay Kevin Knight is going to be my pick for the night.
That Megan Bain.
Use a
like
big B.
Megan Bain is a beast. Megan Bain is a beast.
Bain.
I like that. No,
Tony, you better do the right thing.
I like
These
Tony.
These motherfuckers just moved Camille out the way and brought Megan Bain in.
Quick.
Well, they got the better version.
Nah.
Camille was in that movie though. Camille was good in that movie. Is the only thing.
Megan Bain is dope, but I thought Camille was dope too.
I don't think they understood a Camille to know how to properly use her because she was like this.
You put
But then if you look at the Queen of the Ring movie, like
that's how you should have booked her. That's how she should. That was the character.
But they didn't know what to do with her. The way that they closed that character showed you that they didn't know what they was doing with that character because they didn't have nothing else for her. But
it was. But
I thought that was gonna be Coke. It was Crown Royal.
I want to be a shell.
It's okay, Didi. And we before we get out of here, let's run some quick news points. I don't know if people watched Dark Side of the Ring. I want to shout out my younger self, Lil Cal. When I saw Ludvig Borga in the WWF in '93, I'm like, oh, he looked racist. And then I watched Dark Side of the Ring. I didn't realize that they have the like people who get those tattoos on like their lower back. They call them tramp stamps.
Mm-hmm.
He had a tramp stamp, but like on each side of his, I guess kidney. One side said exit, the other side said only. He was such a racist homophobe that he felt like he needed to let y'all know.
And they got a boyfriend.
You can't do nothing there. But Jim,
anybody that go that hard they do the opposite thing. He wanted them senator niggas.
About that, I don't shout out Jim Cornette like that, but the way Jim Cornette explained the what the fuck of that situation, again, patreon.com/Black Rasslin. We watched it the other day. I'll probably put that up on Friday. It's an interesting episode just because me as like a 12, 13 was like, nah, that motherfucker look racist. And then he said, yo, I'm about to be a whole racist and I'm gonna kill myself. It's kind of messed up, but it's an interesting episode when you look at the what the fuck of it. Let's see. We talked about Charlotte Flair. The Rock's UFC movie is coming out October 3rd. I don't know what the
what
release of
race
that's
The
going to be.
Rock looks like in that movie.
He got that Yami nose on. Like he's really going for the what you say, man?
What's the movie he doing?
The Smashing Machine.
It's a A24 film.
Yeah,
right?
A20.
It's A24.
It's an A24. It's a biopic on a Mark Kerr.
It's A24.
It's like an artsy studio.
Man, what the hell? How you don't know A24?
It's not his bag. Cuz a street nigga that like wrestling. So
he like Thanos. I'm trying to think of what A24 movie would be up Matt's alley.
Miramax. They're like they specialize in high end art cinema. They're Oscar catnip.
Facts.
Their prestige boutique film house.
Yes, boutique film house is a great way to put it.
Done.
Huh?
Is Oliver Stone there?
No.
Outstanding.
Sir, have a nice evening.
I don't know why I told y'all to stop 20 seconds ago. Y'all kept going, but it could be
A24.
one of them studio. He don't give a
Nah, the thing is, A24 requires acting like acting. He got this, and then that Scorsese movie is also down the line. So it feels like he's trying to exactly Sean Tragedy. He wants some type of accolades in acting that's more than what they used to call him a franchise Viagra.
he trying to get the stench of Black Adam off of him.
100%.
The best actor as far as those big brolic wrestling, Batista is the one to me with the prestige catalog.
I agree.
The way that nigga cycled off and is almost a regular nigga size now.
He when I met him,
that nigga will Gucci you to death too.
We could have took him, cuz.
When
he looked like he looked now, and when we seen him in the club,
you probably could.
Three niggas wide when we seen him in the club, boy.
But he from down there though. He
from DC.
He's DMV, right?
He from the Joint. He from the Joint down that Joint.
The day.
He made
John Wild and Mo.
Out of all of them, he's like the real actor. Out of all of them,
he's good too.
John Cena was great in Peacemaker, but he was also playing John Cena to a certain
right.
But they say like comedic acting and timing is some of the toughest.
It's hard.
They said Batista from DC, Sarah.
He's from
He from down that Joint.
I only learned that from the WWF documentary on him when he was talking about living with his mama and growing up. It was
bouncing.
tough.
Yeah. And when Batista used to look Filipino. He
was a whole Filipino man before he
a flip.
Don't know.
I feel like that's racist.
I don't think you can do that.
Oh,
that's not racist.
You are not the authority.
Are you Filipino?
It's not racist.
Can a Filipino call you nigga?
Of course not.
I mean, I got a couple Filipino cousins.
I don't know.
We do have Filipino cousins.
That's DMV.
I didn't want
to northeast.
The Last Showgirl too, the Pamela Anderson film.
Yes,
that, was on the award circuit.
He be out there.
Pamela Anderson can act.
I
told you she was in VIP.
You got to shut up.
Well, because Pamela Anderson's at a point in her career where it's like
the titties don't work no more.
Fuck everything. I'm cooking. You won't get this real woman shit, and she's able to put that into. That was just for the Oscars, right? Was Last Showgirl?
Yeah, and the Last Showgirl, she was phenomenal in that. It was really good.
I have the movie.
A24.
No,
that was I think Fox Searchlight or someone like that.
I'm gonna find you some A24 shit, man. You gotta watch.
What's her name was A24? The
A24.
What's the name, boys? All them the Texas boys.
What was it called?
The Iron Claw.
Yeah, Iron Claw.
Yes, Iron Claw was
A24.
Yes. Hold up. Yeah, Iron Claw was definitely A24.
I said Strange Fruit or something.
Strange Fruit.
What was it? What was the movie?
That's a good song.
What you talking about?
Strange Darling.
Strange Dark? What the fuck is you?
This nigga got the Strange Fruit, boy. You are something else.
Strange.
They said that Sean Tragedy, shouts out Sean Tragedy. Rey Fenix apparently signed his contract.
Oh, yeah.
Uncut Gems is an A24 film.
Yeah.
Matthew see that shit.
Yes,
you saw that? That's A24.
That.
That's A24.
You know I saw that. Yeah, my
Nah,
anxiety through the roof. I don't even get, you know what I mean?
I may throw that on after this. Rey Fenix is supposed to be fake. The rumor is that A Phoenix and Andrade is wrestling on SmackDown. If you remember, they had a feud on AEW, so it would make sense for them to. That would be like a display match, but I don't know if that's 100% confirmed.
Niggas be trying to stick it to the man. Stick him, stick him.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time this week, huh? On the flip side, though, Karrion Kross is apparently on the way he's talking online. Folks is thinking that after his contract is up, whatever time this year, he may be on the road again. But I don't know. We'll see. Cause I think they said he's got a couple of months left, which would probably make sense with Mania season winding down. But they, like I mentioned, I think at the top of the show, they said that Miro might be signed to WWE. So we'll see. I mean, I will say this:
gotta save somebody for the night after Mania, though.
That would be a good. The problem is Rusev, Rusev Day was the people. Rusev Day wasn't WWE. So
correct,
you would have,
which is why that hits as an entrance, right?
Yes.
Which is how you because you're not building up anything for Mania with him. So that is a perfect night. Now, Aleister Black you could bring back beforehand because people like Aleister Black, but he's not like he ain't like yay.
Right.
Like
that's for the diehards. That's for the yeah.
Right.
Rusev Day.
Yeah,
and they kind of did him a favor too because he's been off TV so long.
It's been a couple years at this point.
He could get some shoes made.
They also doing him the favor because you know what I mean. That high that they're gonna get from Jey Uso coming in and losing, and then Rusev coming in.
Rusev Walter, give it to me. Give it to me.
Rusev beating Walter or getting beat by Walter?
That
nigga. That would all of it.
Because that would
give it to me.
He would be. It would be Chopper City up in there if it was Rusev.
Put that on the
Walter.
Spoon, burn it up, and shoot it in my veins.
Nigga.
Styles.
He said, "Give me that dope." Was there any other strange news before we get out of here? Give me that dope.
Yeah, zip it.
Actually, nah, because I think some of this stuff may come up during Black Rasslin of the Week. Which not to jump the gun, but it's time to get out of here.
Let's get.
It's time to get the blow up out of here. But before we get out of here, there's always one question I got to ask. DDM, you got a Black Rasslin of the Week?
My Black Wrestler of the Week is going to go to I'm going to say Naomi.
Shout out
with the promo with an honorable mention to B-Fab because she has been doing some great mic work, which she is and she's progressing.
Shout out B-Fab. It was in the dungeon, right? She cut a whole promo in the dungeon 2.0. It went Black Rasslin on Instagram. I know the video's up there. I'm sorry, brother fam.
I am also gonna have a honorable mention, and I don't feel like I need to hold off on it. I'm gonna go with one of the greatest black professional wrestlers of all time, Booker T, as my Black Rasslin of the Week for jacking my style, and I am gonna go with an honorable mention. Shout out to Booker T, all respect. Happy birthday, Tasha Steelz, yo! Shout out to the homie, yo!
Shout out Tasha Steelz on her birthday, brother Math. Oh, my fault. Kevin Knight. This was his first matches in AEW? I didn't check.
No.
He fought before in AEW.
Yeah. Pardon me. He was in ROH.
He was on. This is the first official AEW match.
If I remember correctly, yes.
Because the brother just shouts out to him. He land. I will say this, Tony Khan. If you don't hear anything I say in life, you could throw Kevin Knight on TV whenever you want.
No, he was on Saturday. Pardon me, Cal. He did right. This was his second match.
It was a tag match, right?
Yeah.
There was a tag. Yeah, it was a tag match. I mean, the fact that he's getting Will Ospreay on his first AEW pay-per-view, it's beautiful.
What do y'all did? And I mean, because this has been the question that people have asked this week: is did Kevin Knight make the right choice?
That's what Eddie James been asking.
I think what were the options? Like, do we know if WWE had an option out? Because if WWE did have a contract for Kevin Knight, I would probably say, yeah, he may not have made the right choice. Only because I don't know what would have been down the road for WWE, but my hope in AEW is that he's able to excel the way he can and is not just doing great matches on TV for everybody and not getting to that next level. Because he did great in New Japan. I'd like to see him excel.
I feel like for that progression, like the story, or not necessarily a story, but just what he does, the type of music he plays,
it's good right now.
I think he is where he's supposed to be.
He's where he needs to be right now.
No, he made the right choice.
It's good right now, and especially because he's fresh off of New Japan. Like, he could go back.
Mm-hmm.
He could go back if they need it. It makes a lot of sense.
Salute. So Kevin Knight on television reminds me of, or it has that same feeling when you see that little kid from your neighborhood that grew up and is playing ball somewhere. That's
one of these days. That used to do the flips on the mattresses.
But the thing is, it's like, because that's the kid who looks up to Trick Williams, like, yo, I see where you could get. I know, no disrespect. I know I got skills that may surpass that, but I got to get to your level first. Like, it's interesting to see this generation of future black greats in the wrestling industry.
Shout out for it to be so many places to go right now.
Yeah.
I mean, WWE has 4 developmentals at this point.
WWE is opening up the field in interesting ways. Hate it or love it. It's an interesting time to see the development of the future of the industry.
Yeah, when did you to evolve?
I need to get into Evolve. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's clunky. She's to me, Evolve is the real developmental.
That's the one show I need to start.
The
way I'm watching LFG, I need to fit Evolve into my schedule too. It's
the same shit.
It's only so many hours in a day, though.
Tubi.
It's Tubi. Like, no disrespect, but I got to figure it out. My Black Rass of the week, I'm going with Woods. I'm going with Xavier Woods for the way he looked at that little kid.
That was
after
great.
They match. It was a perfect. Again, if you didn't think he was a heel before, that man a heel now. We gonna get.
Did we notice before this week? I just saw it this week that both of them niggas had the Majin Buu tattoo.
I was
when they were standing next to each other.
Where's Kofi's?
Kofi's one of them niggas is like on his side, and one is like
Xavier Woods has got the one that's like right on his shoulder, chest area. Yeah. I was the second time I watched their promo, I couldn't place where Kofi had it on him, but I mean all right. Dragon Ball Z, at a certain point there was this big pink monster. His name was called
Kirby.
Majin Buu.
His name was Kirby.
And he had like an M symbol, but it was like this weird look. It's the M that's on.
No, I know who he is.
Woods I think did Kofi had the necklace on? Like they played into the fact that they was gonna be going heel, and they played it with the DBZ, which is shout out Meals. I know there's some cats out there that know Dragon Ball Z, but anyway, we gotta get out of here. DDM, where can the people find you on socials, and where should they be going for Gold Dust? Or can we not disclose that?
Oh no, that's fine. Gold Dust will be out WrestleMania weekend. It might come out that Tuesday before, but definitely got it.
By the time
Friday the 17th, yeah, or the 18th, yeah. It'll be on all platforms. Cover is shot. Cover is being done now. It's almost completely mixed. I'm doing a final session tomorrow.
Nice.
And then we'll send it to distributors, and then I hope y'all listen to it and you like it. It's just something fun to do. It came together really quickly.
You about to spam the shit out of this album.
I chat.
And it's really like an EP mixtape.
Chat.
We about to spam this bitch.
I'm not saying DDM is not given the because DDM is the project. Like, he worked. Boo is a move. Shout out Sierra. When I tell you this shit hard,
this shit
you're
is
not
hard.
You're a pro wrestling, like, there's people that do rap and they like pro wrestling shit. Wale Mania got a whole 4-way battle. Shout out Netflix. They're really doing it. But the stuff that this brother DDM, I'm just a black man. I'm just a black man with a podcast and like hip hop. But at a certain point,
the thing is, he's like brought his bouginess to music.
It's like, you know what it is.
No, he didn't bring it. It was already.
It's like when Thanos got the Infinity Gauntlet. He got all the stones. And they're just like, look, mixtape.
If Thanos had nails.
Nah,
If it was nails on the Infinity Gauntlet.
Right up. You know, I'll send it to a few press folks if they want to get a preview of it to write about it. But I just want y'all to listen to it and enjoy it. I think I'm going to leave you to make the decision of how you feel about it. But I think that I think it's a lot of Easter eggs in there. I think real wrestling fans, legacy and new, will appreciate some of the things. There's a lot of acknowledgement on there. I think it's a good time.
Big facts. Brother Fan?
Ilfam 79.
You finished that salad?
No, it beat me.
Shout out.
It beat me. It was too much.
Shout out. It's the best out of 2 out of 3 falls.
Nah, it ain't. It's a half a key of lettuce left in that junk.
I love it.
I'm about to call your cousins. We about to get right.
Hey yo, where that nigga's phone at?
I tell you how to get rid of it. We can't get rid of it all at once. We got to get rid of it in small pieces. Just roll them up in little pieces of paper and burn them.
Like, oh, this is real lettuce, nigga, man.
Boo.
Boo. Brother Matthew. Slizzy. Palomino boy. It's your boy Cal, at Cal on Twitter, at Black Rasslin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. BlackRasslin.com is the website. And as always, you can find Black Rasslin on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Wherever you get your podcasts, we should be there. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin. I did a whole Black Dynamite watch along. I felt bad last week. I felt bad because I was at the end of the day, I'm like, yo, I really fell asleep. But it's like certain scenes of that film is like, yo, nah, I remember this. Nah, phenomenal film. We watched it the other day. I'm probably gonna drop the Dark Side of the Ring watch along soon. It's some stuff going on. We head into WrestleMania season. Shout out Mimi. I think that's it for this week.
Shout out Stack Guy Greg.
Shout out Greg. Peace to Greg.
They trash.
Peace to Greg for real, for reasons I can't even bring up right now. That's the brother right there.
Peace to G trash. Peace to Rock super trash. Work ain't here, he trash. Chris Brown ain't here, he extra trash.
Am I missing something? Fab Five, Bad Live, blow up the spot. We got to get out of here. Shouts to Mimi. Peace to everybody in chat for real. Love y'all. We less than 2 weeks into WrestleMania. If you in Vegas, let us know.
Check for a nigga.
If you in Vegas, see me out.
Check for a nigga.
I need the info. We gotta get the hell out of here. Shouts to y'all. We'll catch y'all next week with a bunch more pro wrestling nonsense. Where am I? DDM, please take us out.
Isn't it ironic? All you wanna do is some chronic. But then you forgot when you were down, who was around. I can't eat, I can't sleep anymore, waiting for love to walk through the door. I wish